Just had Tamila Man take me to the King. It's so good to be here again. It's a beautiful Sunday, like I said before we went on the break. I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to be here because I'm happy to be alive, and I'm happy to be here because we have a special guest in the building. It's someone that I've been looking forward to. When I started the show, when I was writing the names of who's to bring, it was like on my #1 list. And I'm not saying that because it's here, but because I know how well he has contributed to the music industry, and I'm so honored and I'm so happy to have him here. Before we introduce or even get to give you guys an hint of who we have in the studio, like I said, the Chat Room Show is a show where we connect you to your artist, we bring your artist close to you. Like I always tell people, sometimes when we get to know the artist personally, we understand that they are like us, they have a life like us, they're like us, and sometimes when we get to know the artist, it makes us appreciate their music and things they've done personally. I'm gonna play a song. For those of you following us on Twitter, you already know who we have in the studio, but I'm gonna play a song right now, one of the songs that a lot of you guys know with him, know that he's the producer, he's a songwriter, he's a singer, he's everything. We're gonna play the song now, and when we get back, we'll be introducing him. We'll be getting to meet him. We have a lot of things to say to him, but I don't want to give those of you who are not following us on Twitter an hint of who we have. Let's play the song. When I get back, I'll be introducing the song that you just heard, and of course, we'll be meeting him. Don't go nowhere. It's still the Chat Room Show, and as you all know, my name is still M. I was gonna rap, but I guess I can't rap. I'm still MJ. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Keep it locked. It's still the Chat Room Show on Rainbow 94.1 FM. Okay, welcome back. You just heard Searching. I'm the one. That's one of the songs I heard back then that made me start falling in love in Nigerian music. Seriously. Of course, you already know who's in the studio. We have he's a songwriter, he's a producer, he's a wait, don't talk it. He's a songwriter, he's a producer, he's an artist, he's the godfather of music. He's behind a whole lot of things that you guys don't know. We have him stay with us. OJB, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. I said you were one of the godfathers of music. Do you think I was lying about that? Anyway, you're the reason why one of the reasons why I started believing in the Nigerian industry, the music industry, because when I heard it, I said to myself, I said, that is talent right there. Like, you singing, you were so passionate, you were so, into the music, and that really made me have hope and faith that our music will get somewhere someday. And look at where music is today. They're doing very well. So thank you so much for coming. It's such an honor to have you here.
I'm honored to be here.
Yes. So OJB. I do want to tell us about yourself, because we all know I can write 10. That's me on the saying it. I can write like 1 million pages about you. So we're just gonna start from I want to know personally, and I'm sure a lot of people want to know who do not know. You wrote Searching.
Yeah.
What was the concept? Was it like a love search? What were you searching for? Let me ask you that. What were you searching for?
The funny thing about it is that it was actually my friend's experience. He was supposed to get married to this girl he actually loved, and they've done all the introductions. But for some reasons, the families were like, they can't get married. I think it was for health reasons more actually.
Okay.
And so it was hard. After like 5 years together, then the family, they were like ready to take their chances. But the families were like, no, don't take chances. We've seen situations like this; it never ends well.
I can imagine it's the AA, the AS,
yeah,
the AS
exactly.
thing.
That's the situation. So, she felt so bad about it that even when the families tried to let her go dating again, it was difficult for her. Eventually she moved on. She got married. He did it. It took him time. It took him another 5 years. To actually settle into trying to date again, because he felt, dating is an investment for him. An emotional investment.
Yeah.
To now start all over again wasn't easy for him. So that's what inspired the song. And the thing was really affecting him, affecting his job and all that. So that's how I wrote the song. I felt his pain.
and that was inspired the song. So what's your view about the ASA thing? I'm just asking you personally. What do you think? Do you think that
take the chances?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we all believe in God, but I don't know the extent to which we believe in God and miracles. So I mean, some people take their chances and somehow it turns out well. I think a couple that took their chances, and when the child came out, it wasn't SS. So they were afraid to try the second time. That's what I noticed about them. They just have one child now. This is 11 years after. So some people do that, but I would say that it's not something you really take your chances, because over 90% of it always goes wrong.
Yeah.
And if you see the pain at which SS children go through, it is horrible.
It is. I was going to say that I don't think, in my own view, that it's really worth taking a chance. Because I have friends, and trust me, it's not always. It's a nightmare. When they are okay, but the moment that thing starts.
Oh no, something.
I have a friend that he virtually every time he injects himself, because he's tired. He was actually tired of actually going to the hospital because he's supposed to be taking the normal regular shots.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm too busy. So what he does is he started training. Oh, okay. She's on my PB and I see her always saying OJB. And I'm like, okay.
The other night, was what's again the name?
Even those ones.
There was a Kid Cruise.
Oh, okay, but those ones at least we know them, and we know that they're doing well. They're doing well enough. So I can say that you guys did a good judgment by counting them the winners, because it's big. They're doing a thing and she's doing it real well. So yeah. What happens after? What happens to the contestants that win? What is do you end up having a take in what their musical career later on, or that it ends at just that? Oh, you're the winner. Nice to meet you. This is the almighty OJB and all that. Does it end there, or? Because I know you are a producer.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think to a large extent, I think we would give a lot of that to. I think to a large extent, we'll give most of the credit to the organizers of these talent shows. Some of them now have started seeing the reason not to just drop the artists where they need them. Back in the days, once you win and they're giving you your car and everything, they have this look of like, what do you wait for now? Go now. But these days, they've also seen that it actually extends their brand power when they get involved in trying to nurture their career to a certain point. We've seen some of the talent show organizers doing that, and we've seen how it worked out. I mean, you can see Casey Fresh, for example. I mean, before they went their ways, you can find that it actually helped them, and it pushed them to a point. You can see Yaya too, the brand power behind them too is also helping. So it's more from them, not really us. Although sometimes we pick people that we feel have potentials. Like for Yemi Alade, for example, I felt she had something. So our first single, which also helped to show me that she's actually doing something now. Not her first single, but the one that actually made noise for
Johnny.
No, not the Johnny, the Gengelo.
Okay, the Gengelo. Okay.
Yeah. So that was our own way of saying, okay, fine. You know what? Let's invest and do this and see, see what will come out of it. And what came out of it was the attracted people coming towards her, gravitating towards her to help.
And it helped, push her out there, and she's doing a thing. She's doing well. So OJB, right now on this show, we are, apart from talking to you and getting to meet you and playing your songs and knowing things about you, we're also giving out phones on the show for callers who. What we do is we have Nokia Asha Ice phone. We're giving that out for callers who can call in. They can either rap, do R&B, whatever you want to do. Just be creative on Nokia. So on this show, you're going to be like the judge. Since you are a judge, people are going to be calling in, and they're going to be getting to talk to you if they want to. I'm sure they really want to talk to you, because on this show we did like a survey of who do you want us to bring. You were like the second highest that people wanted to talk to. So I'm sure a lot of people want to talk to you right now. But aside from that, we also are giving out the phones, and we want people to call in and do their thing. And you are going to help me, since you have the you have the experience. So I'm going to leave it to you. People are going to call. You are going to say, okay, this is the person I like. And this is not like personally, obviously, but professionally, this person did So let me just give out the numbers quickly for those of you who would like to talk to OJB and who would also like to participate in the Nokia, the winning of the Nokia Asha Ice phone. These are the numbers to call: 009-941-9418 or 008-033-2991 or 006-2914-850. I'll take that again: 006-291-4850. We'll be taking your calls from right about now. You're going to be calling, and we'll keep talking to OJB. We want to know a lot of things about him, but at the same time, we can take your call. I actually have to do this. Usually I wait till 15 minutes at the end of the show to pick calls, but today we're giving people chances to do that. We already have our phone line for this. Oh, that's actually a true lover. He doesn't want phone, but he wants OJB. That's interesting.
That wants OJB.
No, not in that. Please don't.
14 years. Just hope that. When we now find out the winner, the other ones now.
No, two people can actually win.
That's
the good thing. Two people can win. Two people can win. So OJB, I'm not putting in the two people can win.
Alright.
But please, if you're gonna call, make the rap 30 seconds. We don't want 1 minute. We don't want 40 minutes. Just 20 minutes, 20 seconds, 30 seconds max rap. 20 seconds I would prefer. So OJB, let's keep talking. The phone lines are still buzzing, but you guys will need to hold on. We brought OJB to get to know OJB, so we'll pick the call in a minute. But OJB, let's get back to you. You recently just did a kidney transplant.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it's like the most talked about news I've heard in a long time during that period. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're happy. I was one of the people that were just praying for you silently, that because nobody deserves to die. Everybody deserves to live long, and I'm so grateful, God, that God spared your life and you're here, LD, doing your thing, looking good as always. So we're so happy to have you here with us. We're happy that everything went on fine, but we're going to talk about it. How did you first find out you had this issue?
I think it was like now it should be like 4 years now. It was a 50-50 chance. It wasn't like maybe it's needed now for a transplant or something. It was just a case of if you manage it well, then you can come down. But I think not really my diet plan, my sleep patterns and all that, because the only two ways: either you have high blood pressure or you have diabetes. So mine was high blood pressure. It's the sleep pattern, and in Nigeria now, when you are chasing the millions that you hear that your counterparts are collecting left and right, and which
you don't want to go to sleep.
Which sadly I would say that all of them are lies, but again, I had to go through. I had to have kidney transplant, realize they're all lies. So it's a situation whereby you find yourself running after things, faster than you ought to. You're sleeping probably 3 hours a day. What are you expecting? It's not like you're 22 again.
Yeah.
You're already in your mid-40s and
your body is experiencing changes. It's not like you used to be.
Exactly. So basically that was when that happened, and it came crashing down. Initially I felt it was something I could handle myself. So because the doctor kept giving me hope that don't worry, you can battle with a couple of dialysis, you're back to normal. So which was happening, but I just found that after 2 months you're back again. That was rolling like 3 years. And
your health kept deteriorating.
Exactly, that was rolling like for 3 years. And before you know, you just find that you've actually spent 5-6 million in like what on top of it now. And you go back to the hospital then. So this time, normally you go, they treat you, you're bouncing back. This time they treat you and not bouncing back. It's happening, it's continuous.
That's when
So when they now do proper tests, comprehensive tests, and then you realize that your kidney is now at 6%.
Wow,
so that was what happened.
During that moment, what was going through your mind?
It's a strange thing, because people say it's the fear of death. Strangely, at that moment I was already preparing for the death, so that was my state of mind really. And I think what shocked me was it wasn't the stars that came. It wasn't about the stars. The people that would leave their houses to go and put 500 naira in the bank account for you, and 1,000 naira in the bank account, it means they're actually people. You understand what I'm saying? We check people that sent messages, I'm praying for you and all that. We had 14 million people.
Wow.
So what's bigger than that? My album didn't even blow that big. that's the only reason why I felt I'm gonna die now.
Okay, that actually helped you.
So that helped me, because before then, for me, I was like, I just started checking. I said, man, checking now in 20 something years. You tried now. Anyhow they want to look at it, the gateway to days that we have our DJs playing our music. Hello, we play the role in that. You know, not to listen DJs, I don't get that wrong. Small, I'm gonna try small.
Okay, that's that.
You know, but what happens is that, because the thing is that, you know, so you check yourself that you've played your role. I think in every life you come to a point where you came to do something. It's not just to blow.
True.
So I think I've done that. That's why I started signing that. I don't know. I will leave. What thing I get? I get one house now. Family now, so I go share the house, do whatever and all that. You know. But you know, when I saw that, I was ginger to want to leave. The real fear for death came after the operation, actually, when my body started rejecting the kidney, and I saw myself die. You know, life just flashed very fast in front of me. Like, you know, the way they show the movie is actually real. So I'm wondering how they got that idea. But it was fast, and I just.
So your body actually rejected the kidney.
Yeah, it did.
Wow. At that moment, you were like, oh God.
There was no searching there. Forget that.
You could not search. You were just.
You were. I scattered body past anybody that day. Because what was happening is that, you see, violent death is not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. When life is actually leaving you, your breathing is dropping, your oxygen level is coming down from 45. You know, coming down, you're feeling it. So it's not an easy moment. That was the only time I had that fear.
But was there ever a time during this period that you felt like, I think this is just the end?
Yeah. The way I felt like that was just, before people started responding to it. I was already sealed up. I called lawyers. Okay, this is what I have, Okay, I think I have like 2-3 cars there. We could do it like this or do it like that. You know, this was a different ball game entirely. So then the way it was for me was like, man, this is going to end, let it end. And all that. I started praying that, look, God, maybe this is where it's supposed to end. The guy who died at 30 something, it's not like he wanted to die. I don't know whether it's destiny or whatever it is. So maybe for me, as of last year, I was 47, yeah. So I felt, well, maybe that's where it's supposed to end. And so that's where it's supposed to end, and let's take our chances. But like I said, 14 million people praying for you. Are you okay?
And you want
to die. Are you okay?
So that helped you. I know that during this period there were a whole lot of, I don't want to call it mess, but it became a mess at one point. People were not doing things for the right reason. A lot of people were just doing it to show, look, I'm this and that.
I have this money to draw.
And a lot of people were also doing it because they wanted to create a good image of themselves out there. Because of course a lot of people, I used to read blogs, I see people saying, why can't people, his artists, his people, why can't they support him? A lot of people were all on about that. So I think that probably got to them, and they're like, I need to make people think that, I'm doing something, even when they're not really doing what they were supposed to do. Judging from the response you got from your colleagues, did you think you got enough response?
Well, honestly speaking, I think that maybe they say that only God knows what's in the hearts of men, but you don't need to say and tell you what was going on, because I say it every time. I say, if indeed people are so fantastic at giving like that, probably we would have lost the Zara if that's the case. So most of the giving, only God knows what the reasons were. We had just basically 1 week for that to happen, but the point is that when people could come out and give blank checks, for example, and give you bounce checks, which we still have in the house, almost 4 million worth, and then and even go as far as take fantastic pictures and post it on the net.
I read somewhere that you said that what surprised you, what surprised you most was the fact that some people would do it like they were in the movie. They would give the chance and say, sorry, we play that. Let's take that again.
They walked into the house with cameras and lights. That's the awesome part. I can understand the cameras, lights. Like lights, with lights now, even asking you is your generator working. Sorry, lights, and they plug it on and then they're taking it. The truth of that.
an artist that I see people walking up to him. He was doing it out of, let me just do this so people don't. You notice he wasn't doing it with that appreciation, because I say appreciation because you need to appreciate people. They're the reason why you think you're getting what you're getting.
Yeah.
They're the reason why you are where you are right now.
Well, the thing that people, it's I think the reason is this. We stardom, let's be factual, it's not easy to handle.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of grace to maintain your humility, being a star. You understand? Because that thing will keep coming to you and all that. But the truth is, which is what you've spoken, a company comes up to us today and says, okay, I'm giving you 50 million naira, probably to endorse you. But the truth of the matter is, the reason why the company is giving you that 50 million naira is because there's a crowd out there feeling you. So the mistake we usually make is we keep playing the yes sir to the people that give us the 50 million naira. But meanwhile, the real people you can actually tell, man, go drink lemon somewhere or whatever it is, it's actually who giving you the 50 million naira. The people that you cannot tell go drink lemon out there is actually those people feeling you, that see you and want to take pictures with you, or see you and just happy about you and just feel, I have this thing to share with you or whatever it is. Those are the people. Yeah. But it takes a lot of maturity and experience for that to happen. And then secondly, you should understand and appreciate that we're still at the poverty level as far as music is concerned. Let me explain it to you. When did we start seeing all these big figures? It's not up to 10 years. So you find that we're still experiencing that poverty stage. I mean, check it now. A guy that's used to seeing 100,000 wakes up one morning and sees 50 million. Compared to he's going to really mess up for a while. Yeah. So that's the stage where we are in the industry now. But you see, when it becomes a regular experience, a regular experience, somebody who knows that it's a regular experience to see 50 million will not even remember the last 50 million he saw, will not remember it. But when it's not a regular experience, we're still at that heavy poverty stage. So by God's grace, I think that's what's going to change the industry when it becomes regular experience for us.
Okay, before we continue talking to you, we need to take a commercial break. When we get back, we'll be talking to you on, I understand that your wife, it's really touching. I can't explain it, but I can say that that's one of the nicest things, that's one of the best things. I don't care what people say, I say, you didn't know the wife. You have a choice to say,
you have a choice.
Oh honey, I'm sorry, it's happening to you, and not really, it's a lot. That's
a lot of wives at the hospital there had so many choices. I know it affected their marriages though, but I mean at the last point they had choices, because they make it sound simple, we just cut you and that's it, but they don't tell you how deep they cut you, because eventually they have to take a rib out.
Wow.
So
before we get to that, I really want to talk about that, because I wish I could just meet your wife and just all that and take that inspiration from her. It's a lot. I don't know where she got the courage from, but I can say to me as a lady, it's everything to me what she did. But we're not going to get into that now. We're going to take a commercial, but when we get back, we'll talk about that, and we'll also be picking calls for people. I can see the phone line balls, and don't worry, I'll pick the call when we get back. Just keep it locked. It's still the Chat Room Show on Rainbow 94.1 FM. We'll be right back. Don't shut that down. Okay, welcome back. But before we continue talking to OJB, we want to talk about Nokia. Nokia has something going on for people out there, for people who are interested in this brand. And of course, I'm sure that a lot of you will be interested because it's a very fantastic brand. The product is Nokia X. Nokia X has, you can now ping on the Nokia X phone. And of course it has, I can see somebody excited about that. And of course it has a lot of Android functions on them. OJB, you want to help me out with the rest?
Yeah, I think I'll start first of all to the fact that the name itself, Nokia X, is extremely cool. I mean, I feel good to say, I'm holding the phone and I say this is Nokia X. So, the fact that you can actually do your BDM on it, and the other aspect of it all is that when you put the Nokia and the Android in the same sentence, I mean, that is awesome.
That's everything.
It's as if it's a match made in heaven kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can actually ping and do all, and you can actually put your pictures. But for someone like me, I'm sure I have people like that. I can every day when I'm going to work, I snap like 5 shots or 6, 7, 8.
No, be honest, be honest.
Okay, it's like 20, don't let me lie. 20. When I get to work again on my seats, I do like another 15. And then when I get on my way back, I want to see what I look like being tired. I take another set free and all that, you know, that's me. And videos, I love to upload videos. You can do that with the Nokia X. It comes with 4 gig memory. And of course, you can also put a 32 gig memory.
Wow.
Yeah, 32 gig memory card in it. You can also do that. That enables you to do all sorts. You can Skype, you can do a BBM, you can do everything you can do on Android phones. Trust me, you can also do it on Nokia X now. Okay, OJB, back to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to talk about your wife. What she did it's a lot. It's good. It's something that I don't. If you put a lot of women, not only Nigeria, I mean women everywhere in the world, they would have to. I saw somewhere in an interview that she said she didn't even have to think about it. That's deep. It shows how well. For me, I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. Yes, I can. I'm telling myself that you can do it. You can do it. But I have to think about it. I have to think about it. Honestly, I have to think about it. So, how does that make you feel that it's to me? I think it's everything. When you get married to someone, you don't really know the extent to which they can give their life for you. Everybody just says, "I love you more than my life. I can kill myself for you." People say it, but the honest truth is we don't know until we go through things like this. How did that make you feel? This happening. How did that make you feel?
I think it's just realization. I mean, you find that as couples, let's be realistic. You must have ups and downs. You must have moments you fight. And sometimes your fighting moments might actually be longer than the moments you actually laugh at each other. So you find someone making such a decision, it changes everything for you, and you begin to see that beyond all those things, you now understand that you can fight from morning to night. That's why you find relationships that they fight and yet they're not leaving each other. The reason is because they're just too connected. I don't want to say there's anything deeper than love, but I think for human love, but I don't know about God love, down at another level. But for this human love that we say to ourselves, there's something deeper.
Yeah.
And that deeper thing is actually friendship. Because friendship is deeper. I'm sorry, God, where Christ said, He said, no other greater love can this for someone show to someone else. He didn't say to who I'm loving or who I'm sleeping with, or who's the mother of my babies. Because we like to give reasons to love. Once you have reasons, forget you're not in love. It's a mathematical equation. Once you start giving reasons, you're not in love. I can say that after 20-something years of marriage. I can say it. I'm in love. So real friendship is what makes that sacrifice. That friendship is what it's all about. He said he could lay down his life for his friends. So I see that something we've gone beyond love now, where we need to give ourselves reasons. Oh, he's the father of my children. Okojo, he annoyed me that day I saw him in the club without that girl and blah blah blah. Entertainment roles. But at the end of the day, it's beyond that now. There's no reason attached to it. She just did it, and that's why she didn't even think too far. You understand what I'm saying? You get to a point in time that you want to even give your wife 1 million naira. It's no longer because she's the mother. You don't care. Even if she runs the whole money, doesn't even spend it on your children, you don't care. She's now your friend. Someone asked me a question a long time ago, 10 years ago, and he reminded me of what I said. I didn't even know I said that. He said, your wife, your children, you had to pick one. There were about 4 of us in the room. And everybody picked their children. Well, I picked my wife. And he asked why. I said, because they weren't there.
When you get married.
And he said, supposing today something separates you, are you going to fight for the children? I said, no. I said, that's strange. I said, no, not fighting for them doesn't mean I'm not going to do what I'm supposed to do as a father, but I'm not going to fight for them. I said, because they weren't there when we were saying yes or no.
Okay, OJB, after the whole thing, everything that happened to you, what should we expect, or what do you have going on right now? Of course, the music is still...
Oh, the music is very, very, very much alive.
Okay.
Very much alive.
And so what should we expect from you? Are you doing more of the Godfather role, or are you doing more of the Godfather role, or you're still in the,
No, we're doing everything. Everything. I think I'm giving a second chance in life, so not that I'm planning to die tomorrow. I don't know how long this second chance is.
So you want to make the best use of it?
Best use of it, basically. As much as possible.
Oh, okay. Alright, thank you for calling. But it's a pity that she sang well, I must say, but we were singing about Nokia. And unfortunately, I didn't hear the Nokia. I don't know about anybody else. I didn't hear the Nokia. So you have to try next week. And there's still phones to be won. You have to try next week. So OJB, we're coming to the end of the show. You have, first of all, the last question I want to ask you right now, based on your experience and everything you've been through, how have you been able? I noticed that I read in some places, and I've seen some places that you're giving back to the children. I think you went Children Hospital or something. I don't know if it's.
No, what we did was there was motherless babies, the orphanage home and all that. So what we did was a certain percentage of the money that was raised for us from 2-3 games, we gave it to the motherless babies home.
Okay.
Another thing we're doing is actually we started the foundation, and what we're trying to do is see how we can subsidize the treatment. You know, because if we can get where you can do it a lot cheaper, where you don't even spend up to 2 million naira to do the surgery, that makes a lot of sense. Than doing it for 9-10 million in this country. So that's what we're trying to work out a scenario where that can happen, and that's our way of giving back to them.
Okay. And we hope that you can also, once you're set and everything is in play, you can come back here and tell people how they can benefit from it. Thank you so much, OJB, for coming. We'd like you to tell your fans what you want them to know in conclusion, because we are already at the end of the show, and of course what they should expect. Look out from you, and of course give out your Twitter and your Facebook and
well, I'll start with the Twitter thing. It's at OJB Jigaman. That is OJBJIGGA man.
Okay.
What to expect definitely is nothing but the best. What we're giving you over the years. We're basically doing the same things we've been doing. Singing,
more music, dropping videos. Okay, so you want to make a shout out to your fans or somebody? You want to say something to anybody?
I want to make a shout out to. I'll make a shout out to the whole of Nigeria.
Okay.
And that is, you guys do food, and you guys are awesome. I can't call 14 million people's names now. So
obviously.
That would be like till next year or something. But I want to say a big thank you to those people. Not like I don't appreciate every other person that donated. But the point is, they went out of their way. Some even dropped 200 naira. You can imagine that. And walked all the way to go and do it. And they didn't have a chance to snap pictures and put it up on me. I wish I can do one day and just say, okay, you brought this amount of money, let's all meet somewhere and start taking pictures. So but I really appreciate it, and that's just what I want to say.
Alright, thank you so much, OJB. We appreciate you for coming. I don't know, today, I don't know, OJB, did you see any? I didn't see any winner, I'm sorry. But if you saw one, who did you think you liked out of all?
A lot of our stars, we went for talent hunts, they didn't win. I don't think they will make the first audition, but at the end of the day, somehow, hey, they're the stars. So let's give a little bit of concentration.
So who do you think? We had Chinedu, we had the Praise, we had Falake, we had Ola, and we had Philip.
Well, the thing is, because of the Nokia thing, the best person was actually the last caller. She actually sang well, fantastically. If not for the Nokia thing, but if there's any place you feel that you can still put her in.
Okay, I think we'll have to do that. Next week we'll have to do that, because I still insist I want the Nokia thing. So today there's no winner, but keep listening. Next week we have we actually have the winner, the person who won last week. He has his phone already. He wants to say one or two things. So
I'm very grateful, TheChatRoom. It's a very good privilege. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the winner. He already has his phone. So keep listening. I'm sure.
You didn't call your name.
Okay, you didn't say your name.
You didn't say your name.
Okay, you have to say your name.
Say your name.
Yinka Momsco. Thank you.
You have to thank
you have to thank Nokia.
Yeah.
You see, OJB is telling you to say thank you to Nokia.
Thank you, Nokia. You're really connecting people.
Oh, that's so nice. Alright, thank you so much, OJB, for coming. We hope that you become a friend of the show, not just. Yes, we want to see you every time, and of course, I'm also going into music very soon. That was a joke anyway. But I'm hoping when I start, OJB will be producing me. Thank you so much, OJB. Thank you to your management. Thank you to everybody who came through. Thank you to all the colors. Thank you to everybody. My producer, Andrew, thank you for always being there for me. Thank you to everybody who's listening. And we hope that you'll be here next week, same time, 3 to 4 p.m. More phones to be won. See you. Keep listening. OJB has his Twitter handle again is at OJB Gigaman, one word. OJBGIGAMAN, Gigaman. Thank you so much. We're leaving you with OJB. We'll be playing a song for the next 5 minutes. We'll be playing a song. Keep listening. It's still the Chat Room Show on Rainbow 94.1 FM. Don't you touch that dial.